Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A secret document unplugged Steffy and Ridge? Steffy Forrester and Ridge Forrester will not be saved by Bold and the Beautiful. Rather, it appears that their regrettable action causes problems for the father-daughter pair on the CBS soap opera. This probably makes Eric Forrester yell at his son and granddaughter, "I told you so." However, it's possible that Eric took precautions long ago to prevent a similar act to the one that Steffy and Ridge Forrester committed. Ridge and his daughter might have to eat crow next week as a result. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful: Steffy Forrester is too big for her British girlfriends. Over the past few weeks, Steffy Forrester has been pushed around on Bold and the Beautiful. However, she probably loses a few steps the next week. It's possible that Steffy and her father, Ridge Forrester, may eventually realize their mistakes. Carter Walton is quite excited about what he will learn next week after reading the B&B preview. He probably found something to frighten the Forresters, if his eagerness is any sign of what's to come. Nevertheless, significant changes may be coming to Forrester Creations. However, because of Eric Forrester, Steffy and Ridge may not be able to manage these developments. Spoilers for Steffy and Ridge Forrester from Bold and the Beautiful. On Bold and the Beautiful last week, the patriarch of Forrester was incensed. His son and granddaughter's actions for Steffy's personal gain astounded him. Therefore, it's clear that Steffy became overly power-hungry last week if Eric Forrester told his granddaughter that she had gone too far. However, according to B&B spoilers, things change. Next week, something is coming up that might give her opponent some control. At Forrester Creations, perhaps even a few people end up having a voice in the situation. Spoilers for B&B: Ridge Forrester leaves. Fans of Bold and the Beautiful get a brief look of Carter Walton breaking good news to Hope Logan. "This is what we're looking for. Ridge and Steffy put it right in our hands," Carter says. When he says this is the solution they require, he shows her certain documents in the preview clip. What is it about the COO that excites him so much? Carter became enraged and hurt when Ridge abandoned him last week. Carter came on strong with Ridge when he shot off his demands, but his best buddy dismissed his worries. The COO's actions seemed strange to some fans. As though he were the company's leader, he demanded things from Ridge Forrester. He further emphasized how inappropriate Steffy's actions were. Carter, however, must understand that Ridge would clap back if you mention anything unfavorable about Steffy because he is his best buddy. Ridge left after he denounced her behavior. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful: will Ridge and Steffy miss this? Despite its briefness, the preview clip for Bold and the Beautiful gave viewers enough reason to believe Carter has huge plans. Furthermore, it's possible that neither Ridge nor Steffy are aware of what they gave him. Whatever it is, though, it sounded like it would work against Ridge Forrester and Steffy. They might find that there is a provision in the Hope for the Future contract that gives Hope some advantage. Perhaps she is entitled to it in some way. It bears her name, after all. However, these records might contain something even more significant. Because of Eric's generosity, they might hold a secret for this family business. When did Eric Forrester believe his life was over? Perhaps, however, he made the covert decision to give a share of Forrester Creations to his whole family. Additionally, Eric views anyone as family even if they are not related. B&B spoilers: Forrester Creations shares? Although Steffy Forrester clarified that FC is a private family business, it's possible that Eric did anything when he believed he was dying. He may have divided the corporation into shares for those he refers to as family, such as Carter, Brooke, and Hope, after receiving a fatal diagnosis. If this is the case, the Logan family may have considerable control over the company due to the combination of Carters and their holdings. Or perhaps just as much power as Ridge Forrester and Steffy. If so, they might have the same influence over the business as Ridge and Steffy. Bold and the Beautiful: hints from Steffy, Ridge, and Eric Forrester. After learning about his granddaughter's act last week, Eric Forrester said that Hope is family. When Steffy fired her, he was incensed. Additionally, the Forrester daughter provided a few words in Bold and the Beautiful. Her scene demonstrates how this private family-owned business is the source of Ridge and Steffi's power. That was thrown in Steffi Forrester's COO's face. However, a few additional sequences revealed who Eric views as family. Brooke, Hope, and Carter were among them. Thus, it's possible that some of the people Eric refers to as his family end up banding together as irate workers. They may then learn that they own stock in the company from the documents Carter discovered. As he says in next week's preview, if this is what the COO found in those papers, it would be exactly what they needed. Even though this seems unrealistic, anything can happen because this is B&B. However, enough people could gather if this is the case. Katie warns of a PR disaster after Taylor delivers the brutal truth to Brooke. According to Monday, November 11th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Logan will express her concerns to Ridge and Steffi Forrester since they aren't renouncing their decision to fire Hope Logan. Since Katie is in charge of marketing and public relations, she might forecast the catastrophic fallout that could result from everything. Despite their difficulties, Hope for the future is still a well-known online personality who has accumulated a sizable fan base over the years. There will be backlash once word gets out about Hope's line being cut. Katie might also draw attention to the likelihood that interpersonal relationships would play a role in this situation. Steffi dismissed her long-standing opponent in favor of Liam Spencer, with whom she shares daughters. Katie might be concerned that the history of the old love triangle will be revealed in gossip publications, even though Steffi and Hope have both moved on. Naturally, Hope was Ridge's stepdaughter at one point, so people would question what was so horrible that he was prepared to help Steffi expel Hope. Additionally, the turmoil may jeopardize Brooke Logan's new bedroom line because Ridge is still seeing Hope's mother. Steffi and Ridge will believe they made the right decision, even though Katie warned them about the consequences. Steffi will like to concentrate on the upcoming chapter without Hope since she firmly feels that she went too far with John Finnegan once more. Regarding Carter Walton, he will always be loyal to Hope and will keep working non-stop to get the recognition she merits. According to other B&B spoilers, Taylor Hayes will not appreciate the response she receives when Brooke asks her a question. Taylor's remark is about to cause conflict, thus this might be a confession about wanting Ridge back or a painful truth about Hope. Taylor may even acknowledge that she believes the Forresters might have fared better had they never encountered the Logans. In any case, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor's response will infuriate Brooke and may alter the outcome, so keep checking back for more information on the growing animosity. Both in the boardroom and in matters of the heart, the most recent events at Forrester Creations bring a storm of reality checks. As fissures start to appear, Ridge and Brooke's relationship, fondly referred to as Bridge by friends and family, faces significant difficulties. They are faced with a harsh fact after years of navigating ups and downs, their divergent priorities, values, and loyalties might not line as smoothly as they once did. Ridge finds himself at odds with Brooke's strong-willed views as he becomes more and more entangled in the family and business problems surrounding his kids. As she observes Ridge's steadfast support for Steffi and Thomas, despite their decisions pushing boundaries, Brooke, who has long been protective of her daughter Hope, is conflicted. This underlying conflict makes Ridge rethink how strong their relationship is and whether their love can triumph over the long-standing divisions that have emerged. Carter, meantime, has unanticipated personal hardship. His role in a number of Forrester family affairs has come under investigation, and Ridge, who is already coping with the strain of his family's arguments, grows more suspicious of Carter's tight ties to important company executives. Many people, including Hope, Steffi, and even Ridge himself, have frequently confided in Carter. He may be a bit too active in Forrester's internal affairs, though, given his recent alignment with Hope and Elektra. Ridge starts to wonder if Carter has turned into a liability whose connections could upset the delicate balance in the business. Ridge must make the difficult decision to let Carter go since he cannot ignore his worries. Forrester Creations is rocked by the decision to terminate Carter, particularly among those who have grown to depend on him. It's a devastating blow for Carter, but it also gives him a chance to consider his career and determine whether he wants to work for a corporation where power struggles occasionally take precedence over loyalty. It's a hard pill, but Carter leaves knowing that he has people who accept and value him for who he is, and he does so with integrity intact. Steffi and Finn, sometimes known as Shin, have a relationship that is thriving with passion and intensity despite all of this strain. Their chemistry is greater than ever, and even if the Forrester world around them appears to be changing, they find strength in one another. Finn gives Steffy a cool, collected demeanor that counterbalances her ferocious ambition. Their love is based on mutual respect, passion, and understanding, which is uncommon in the high-drama society they live in. They remind everyone that genuine love doesn't have to be a never-ending struggle by their intense connection, which stands in stark contrast to the tumultuous romances around them. Steffy's personal relationship with Finn is a haven amidst the competitive and controlling nature of her work life. Their partnership gives her a sense of security and contentment that she appears to be unable to find elsewhere. Her faith in Finn is further strengthened by his unwavering loyalty and genuine commitment to Steffy. The power of their love is demonstrated by their link, which provides a much-needed break from the pandemonium. Forrester Creations is left in a state of metamorphosis as Bridge confronts his destiny, Carter struggles with his next move, and Shin deepens their ferocious bond. The company's and the family's relationships are changing, creating opportunities for new partnerships, rivalries, and maybe the start of something new for those who have had to confront their own realities. Steffy and Finn demonstrate that love can provide an unwavering foundation even in the midst of turbulence. Carter may discover a new route outside of Forrester, and Ridge and Brooke may need to reevaluate their relationship. Carter has been closely monitoring Steffy and Ridge's recent actions at Forrester Creations, and he has discovered a mistake so significant that it might potentially rock the company's foundation. The mistake relates to a high-stakes project that Steffy and Ridge confidently pursued in an attempt to outperform rivals and guarantee Forrester's supremacy in the market. But in their haste to take daring chances, they failed to notice important facts, details that now have the potential to destroy not just the project but also Forrester's image. Carter believes it's time to be honest with Hope after meticulously compiling the facts. Given the potential impact on her own job at Forrester and the family's overall legacy, she deserves to be fully informed about the circumstances. Carter is aware that Hope is frequently excluded from important choices, particularly those made by Ridge and Steffy, who frequently concentrate on their own ideas for the business. However, this time, the error is too significant to ignore, and Carter feels compelled to inform her. Carter puts everything out for Hope in a private meeting. He clarifies that Steffy and Ridge approved a huge expansion project without thoroughly screening their new partners because they believed their influence would be sufficient to see it through to completion. But these partners weren't as reliable as they seemed. Carter discloses that a number of the project's vendors have engaged in unethical behavior, ranging from underpaying their employees to taking shortcuts with materials. Even worse, there is proof that Steffy and Ridge disregarded the legal team's cautions and proceeded without the required compliance inspections. Stunned by what she hears, Hope listens. She finds it unbelievable that despite their extensive knowledge, Steffy and Ridge would fail to notice something so important. This poses a serious risk to the company's financial performance and could lead to a PR catastrophe. Her mother, Brooke, and even her grandmother, Stephanie, valued luxury, quality, and integrity, all of which are the cornerstones of the Forrester brand. Forrester's reputation might be damaged in ways that could take years to mend if the public learns about these mistakes. Hope experiences a mix of irritation and disappointment as Carter goes on. She has long known that Steffy occasionally makes poor decisions because to her ambition, but this time Ridge was also involved, which made the error even more significant. Hope interprets this information as validation of her concerns. Steffy and Ridge are so intent on keeping everything under control that they are prepared to forego necessary procedures, even at the expense of the company's moral principles. With this new knowledge, Hope understands she is in a strong position. She has the ability to speak with Steffy and Ridge, hold them responsible, and demand openness going forward. She is fed up with being left out of important choices, especially when their errors jeopardize everything she has fought so hard to achieve. She also believes that the company and the family legacy must be protected, even if she is aware that this confrontation would not be simple. A change in alliances is also indicated by Carter's choice to disclose this error to Hope. He demonstrates his valuing of honesty and integrity over allegiance to a single person by disclosing this knowledge to her. Carter shares Hope's desire to see Forrester Creations prosper, but he thinks it should do so via moral leadership and ethical behavior rather than by cutting corners or ignoring errors. Hope gets ready to face Ridge and Steffy in the days that follow. She is aware that this is a dangerous move, particularly since Steffy and Ridge might see it as a challenge to their dominance. But now that she has Carter's information, Hope is sure she can offer a new viewpoint and steer the business in a more responsible direction. This might be a chance for Steffy and Ridge to cooperate and rebuild trust in Forrester if they are open to listening. However, if they decline, Hope may be forced to assume a more significant position than she ever imagined, one that requires her to be prepared to defend the Forrester name even if it means confronting her own family. Carter's admission not only makes Hope more aware of the difficulties that lie ahead, but it also paves the way for a possible change in the dynamics of leadership. Once revealed, this massive error might completely reshape the roles and impact of all employees at Forrester Creations, ushering in a new era characterized by integrity, accountability, and the guts to confront difficult realities. In her quest to establish her power at Forrester Creations, Steffy Forrester has set out to methodically marginalize, one by one, the Logan women who have long been her competitors. The Forresters and Logans have been at odds for years, and Steffy is committed to securing her family's position at the top. She believes that regaining power for the Forresters entails resisting the influence of Donna Logan, Brooke, and Hope, each of whom has established a stronghold and niche within the family dynamics and business. Hope Logan, Steffy's closest opponent in the workplace and personal antagonist, is at the top of her list. Hope has authority and a well-established brand within Forrester Creations thanks to the success of her Hope for the Future collection. Since it has diverted resources and focus from her own efforts, Steffy views this as a danger. Steffy responds by putting her own line in a strategic position to surpass Hope's and using her power to get her designs featured in future collections and significant advertising campaigns. In meetings, she gently undercuts Hope by rejecting her suggestions and promoting innovative approaches that prioritize her vision above Hope's. As Steffy gains momentum, Hope, who is accustomed to the constant rivalry, begins to feel the pressure and realizes that she might have to put up a stronger struggle than before to have her voice heard. Donna Logan is next in line. Despite not having a direct interest in Forrester's fashion division, Donna has always had a strong presence thanks to her relationship with and influence over Eric Forrester. Steffy believes that Donna is a hindrance to the Forrester family's independence, especially when it comes to issues where Eric would be tempted to side with the Logans. Steffy subtly attempts to lessen Donna's impact by highlighting the value of emphasizing Forrester ancestry and Eric's feeling of familial loyalty. By hinting that his relationship with Donna would be viewed as a diversion from the company's main objectives, Steffy gently persuades Eric to recognize the necessity for a new beginning. Donna finds herself more and more marginalized as Eric starts to retreat, and her ability to communicate with Eric and Forrester about business things rapidly dwindles. Lastly, Brooke Logan, the matriarch who has been a significant figure and frequently a source of conflict for Steffy and her mother, Taylor, for many years, is Steffy's final target. Ridge, Steffy's father, is greatly influenced by Brooke, and Steffy views this as a barrier to their family's reunion. Steffy intentionally undermines Brooke's credibility in an effort to lessen her presence. She begins to cast doubt on Brooke's choices in Ridge's mind by pointing out situations in which Brooke's actions have caused conflict in the family or jeopardized the company's reputation. With his allegiance constantly divided between the Logans and the Forresters, Ridge begins to doubt Brooke's motives, wondering if her influence might conflict with his plans for Forrester Creations and the family's heritage. Steffy's approach is as well thought out as it is successful. She gradually establishes her own power within Forrester Creations by undermining the influence of each Logan lady one at a time. She solidifies the division by establishing herself as a devoted guardian of the Forrester heritage, which not only enhances her own reputation but also fortifies her family's solidarity against the Logans. Steffy's activities create friction and rifts that become more difficult to ignore. As Steffy asserts her vision and influence, reminding them that she is a formidable force, Hope, Donna, and Brooke all feel the strain. But there might be a price for Steffy's success. Her unwavering quest for power puts her at risk of upsetting her family and co-workers who respect harmony and cooperation. Ridge begins to feel the emotional toll of the growing rivalry as he struggles to balance his affections for Brooke with his allegiance to his daughter. Frustrated by the constant power struggles, Hope thinks of moving her talent and creations to another place, which may cost Forrester Creations a sizable market. Even Eric starts to wonder if Steffy's strategy will actually help the family in the long run or if it is just deepening the split after noticing the growing division. Steffy runs the risk of forgetting the teamwork and familial cohesion that once made Forrester Creations successful in her pursuit of eliminating the Logan women one by one. As she ascends to the top, it is still unclear if her success will bring the family closer together or cause them to grow even more apart, as well as whether she is ready to accept the fallout from her achievement.